And that is a sport I see far too often with black men. We don't want to go to places, these upper echelon places, because you're afraid that you don't belong. There's a fear there that you don't belong, that some shit like that, some fuck shit's gonna happen. Well, let me tell you something. Your ancestors built this country. If I have the credentials, if I have what everybody else has, I'll have what everybody else has. You know, you go into these rooms and these people gonna look at you the same. I could give a fuck how these people look at me. I know how I look at myself. I don't accept that from that person. I don't accept it from that woman. I won't accept it from you either. Bougie shit that we feel like other people can have, but we gotta have the fucking leftovers and the chitlins of the world. Fuck that. You get lobster too. And then you can still go eat a 2-piece and a biscuit. You belong there. We're gonna have to talk. We're gonna talk. But after the talk, then we must act. Because ain't nobody stopping you but you. In every city, in every state, in every city, there is opportunity there. People die to get into this country. We have no excuse. None. None that I will accept, and none that you should accept either. Stop playing with life, gentlemen, because it ain't playing with you. Till next time, talk to you later.
I know I'm probably just some random guy on YouTube to you guys, and so was Kevin Samuels, but in my life, I know that I was one of those black men, one of those black guys, those mixed guys that got made fun of the white people for talking white. I got made fun of the black people for dressing white. I remember when I first moved to Texas, my cousin introduced me to his little group of friends, and they made fun of me because I would wear a suit, I would wear a tie, to jobs and stuff that I would go. I would get on the bus with my blazer, you know. I was unrefined, and when I saw Kevin Samuels, he was one of the first black men that I could truly respect that still kept the G, and he dressed the way that I liked, man. I like dressing like that. I don't dress like that often now on the camera because I'm working from home, but when I'm stepping outside, you guys, I love dressing like that. And the mindset that Kevin Samuels had was so powerful. And so I just wanted to give this little brief message, man. Once again, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. And I'm not going to show the entire video, but these are some of the highlights of this video. I'll link the entire video down below so you guys can give respects and show, watch the actual video. But with that being said, man, I hope you guys enjoy this. Like, comment, subscribe down below, you guys. I'll see y'all in the next one.
Busters. Picture me rolling in my 500 Benz. I got a to my non-black male followers, I'm going to ask that you kindly either watch, or if you don't want to watch this stream, thanks. But come back to another video on men's style, men's fragrance, whatever. But I gotta talk to black men right now. Gotta talk to black men right now about something that's of serious import. Black men, you belong there too. You belong here too. Going to this cocktail party after going to this event, and I said that there were no black men in the room. There were black women, and I will take that back. There was 2 black men there. They were working the event. I worked for this company in Houston. It was in the Woodlands. I was working as a research technician, catalyst technician. Actually helped put together a patent for removing sulfur from catalysts. Put it this way, I'm a smart dude. So I'm at this event for this small research company that was multi-million-dollar company, international company. And I remember being a young 20-something-year-old black man. And I walk into this room with nothing but older white people. And as I'm sitting there talking to the CEO of the company about the research that I had done, I actually had an older white woman come up and ask me for a glass of champagne. Now, she didn't ask me where the champagne was. She asked me for a glass of champagne. Some of you guys may be like, well, what's the problem with that? She asked me for a glass of champagne because she thought I worked there. She thought I was just like she thought I was one of the helpers there, one of the servants there, because the only black men that were there, the only black men that were there were actually the servers. Now, funny thing is, when I went to the event, the black men that were there were kind of like, oh, what's up, bro? What's up? Okay, we see you. Okay. You know, how we give each other that head nod and shit like that. You know, huge multinational oil conglomerates were our clients. And little old bitty me, Kevin Samuels from Oklahoma, all these high-powered corporate executives, all these folks, and they were asking me questions. I was the man. It was about me. And then everything crystallized when this older white woman comes by and asks me for a glass of champagne, because black man in a tuxedo, you must be part of the help. Now understand, the tuxedos, the other black men that worked there weren't in tuxedos. I was the best dressed man in the room. One of the vice president's wife had actually approached me. Yep, one of the vice president's wives approached me, asked me for the glass of champagne. And the CEO said, oh, this is Kevin Samuels. He works for us. You know, he's in the catalyst, he's in the research lab and blah, 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 blah. And this lady's face was just like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. And, you know, but the fact of the matter is, I could have got pissed off. I could have went Malcolm X on her. Part of me wanted to, but you know what? The way I decided to handle it was even better. I asked her, I asked her, why would you ask me for a glass of champagne when the bar is over there? Why would you ask me for a glass of champagne when the bar is over there? The reason she asked me for a glass of champagne is because she didn't think I belonged there. There's no way I could belong there. There's no way I was supposed to be in this room in one of the richest suburbs in the United States of America. My work proved that I belonged there. My results, my outcomes proved that I belong there. But you know what had to actually also prove it? My mindset. I checked her in an appropriate way, and I remembered that. I'm not going to ever let anybody make me feel as though I don't belong. And that is what I see far too often with black men. We don't want to go to places, these upper echelon places, because you're afraid that you don't belong. There's a fear there that you don't belong, that some shit like that, some fuck shit's gonna happen. Well, let me tell you something. Your ancestors built this country because of the slave trade. We know the history of this country. There's not a place in this country where we don't belong. So I walk in everywhere like I belong. If I have the credentials, if I have what everybody else has, I'll have what everybody else has. Let me say that again. If I have what everybody else has, I'll have what everybody else is having. And that's what I want for you to start looking at yourself like you belong. What I see is so many black men who have the ability, the potential. But when even that broadcast I did the other day, I had some guy to get in the comment section talk about, young brother, don't ever think that, you go into these rooms and these people are going to look at you the same. I could give a fuck how these people look at me. I know how I look at myself. I don't accept that from that person. I don't accept it from that woman. I won't accept it from you either. Somebody else's prejudices and perceptions are not my problem. If I've done the work, and you know what it is, you often have to do 3 times the work to get half the credit. I want my credit. I want it now. I want it hot. I want it ready. I want it juicy. I want it on time. I want it the way I ordered it. I want my steak medium rare. I want my potato loaded. I want my asparagus crispy. I want my wine chilled. All this bougie shit that we feel like other people can have, but we gotta have the fucking leftovers and the chitlins of the world. Fuck that. You get lobster too. And then you can still go eat a 2-piece and a biscuit. You belong there. So why aren't you there? Why aren't you there? Are you afraid that some guy who may not know you or may not think you belong there is going to do that to you? Fuck them. Don't give them the comfort of security of your absence. Don't make it easy for them. If they have those kind of limiting beliefs, put your black ass in a room and make them recognize your gangster. Do not self-segregate yourself to make somebody else feel comfortable. Take what's yours. Don't ask for it, take it. That is why I say men are confident, intelligent, assertive. But I really want you to get to the next point. Once you finally realize this is where your life and you get to make it, then you have to get competitive. And then you got to get aggressive. Yeah, you got to get in the fight. Because they ain't going to give it to you. Power is not given. It is taken. 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 You can't appeal to somebody's nature or whatever. You take it from them. What I tell you, fighting and fucking. What are you fighting for? Everything out here has somebody coming from another country to come get their piece of it. You were born here. There is no place here you can't go. So what's stopping you? I asked, what's stopping you from going to these rooms? What's stopping you from going to these cocktail parties? What's stopping you from going to the mayor's ball? What's stopping you from going to the art exhibit? What is stopping black men from going to places that are considered high class? Black women are there. It's your mindset. Ain't nobody stopping you but you. It ain't white people. It ain't the man. It ain't white supremacy. It's your black ass. You don't want to go and compete. You don't want to go get out of your comfort zone. You don't want to go learn how to move in these places. Yeah, you got to go in there and learn the lingo. You got to go learn the language. You got to go learn the mannerisms. You got to go learn everything else. Well, guess what? If you want what you say you want, that's what you're going to have to do. Look at, man, ain't nobody sweating what's going on in the black neighborhood, black community. They come take what they want from us and leave. Try to drop black business on the Arab side of town, on the Hispanic side of town, on the Asian side of town, in the white suburbs. You're not getting in there. But you can drop anything you want on the black side of town. Why? You let them. You let them. Learn from them. Look, man, they're not your enemy. You may want to paint them as your enemy. You know what's universal? Green. Money. You know why I belonged in that room? Because I was fucking good at what I did and I made the company money. And I never let myself believe it was anything other than that. I was there because I was profitable for them. And when it was time to pay me, I expected to be paid the most possible. I negotiated hard and I took no shorts. They didn't do me a goddamn favor to give me a job. They were lucky to have me. You belong anywhere here. You don't just have to stay at Oak Cliff or DeSoto or Acres Homes or Fifth Ward or wherever the black side of town is and doing black shit. It's all black shit. So that's one thing I would say, that the men who founded the fraternities back in the day, you look at Kappa Alpha Psi, Alpha Phi Alpha Phi Beta Sigma, and Omega Psi Phi. I know there's Iota, but you weren't founded until the 60s. You think about founding an organization in 1906, 1911, and 1913, I believe. The founders of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, they were founding their own black fraternity while washing dishes in a white fraternity house. Oftentimes, they were the only black people on the yard. At Indiana University, they had to actually bring men from around because they had trouble getting 10 guys. Now it's hundreds of us, thousands of us, but we don't go to the same places they fought to get into. Why? Man, fuck them. I ain't selling out, man. How do I go to one of these kind of places and not have to kiss ass? The fuck? That's not the question, brother. How do I go to these places and not have to kiss ass? Man up. Kissing ass, you mean play the political game? Play the money game? It's the game. Why are you so worried about kissing ass? Because you're worried about what somebody who has less than you thinks about you. Man, hey man, Leon went over to that old bougie ass place. Yeah, man, he in there kissing them white folks' ass and blah, blah, blah. Where's the person that's making these comments? Are they shoulder to shoulder with you going in there to take something? Or are they sitting on the corner? Look, man, at the end of the day, the only person stopping us is us. The only person stopping you is you. We belong there. We belong there. We're entitled to it. And if you don't take it, someone else will. I'm going to tell you something else. American black men, African Americans, I can tell you this much. If you don't get your shit together, if you don't start taking your appearance more seriously, your image more seriously, your brand more seriously, if you don't stop playing with life, if you don't stop being a 31-year-old dude just consumed with pussy and not consumed with purpose, if you don't stop playing, acting like you're an overgrown goddamn teenager, that pussy is still new to you, and you ain't worried about nothing else but macking these hoes, guess what? They're coming over here from the continent. They're coming over here and getting it. I got no problem with them because you ain't there. Where you at? You mad? You get upset when you see a beautiful chocolate sister on a white boy's arm? Well, guess what? If she likes going to these places and doing these things, where are you? I know one thing. I can't wait to get to Atlanta and do MIT Atlanta there, because we're going to act like we belong. We're going to go where we belong. We're going to get what we're going to get. Believe that. We're going to go. We are going to be on the 43rd floor overlooking Atlanta the first part of the morning.
You guys, I may not be the perfect person to relay this message, but you know, I definitely want to be somebody, and I'm going to continue to make these videos. I'm going to continue to stay as consistent as possible with everything that I do, because it says a marathon is not a sprint. And you know, I think that now that Kevin is gone, you know, his messages hit so much more differently. But I recognized it, man. I recognized it when I heard him. I saw the brilliance of him and stuff like that, and so many other people did. I'm not going to sit here and make myself special, but this is one of my favorite videos. One of my absolute favorite videos of Kevin Samuels, you guys. Like, it's just so powerful, man. It's so powerful. And you know, I'm glad that I can sit here and share it with you guys, man. I'm glad that he shared it with us. You know what I'm saying? And so once again, man, like, comment, subscribe down below, you guys. Go show love to his channel. Go show love to his actual videos. I'm sure his family still gets the revenue from his channel and stuff like that. And then, you know, they could definitely use it. So, how did this impact you? Did you guys like this? I know for the for my other brothers out there, you know what I mean, like the, you know, other races and stuff like that, this may not be for you, but one thing you can learn from this is the fact that, yes, black men, especially if they're in the areas that you're at, they have had to work 3 times as hard. And you, whether or not you want to admit that, that is something that they'd have to contend with, and that is more than likely the reason why a lot of times, head to head, these black men, I'm not trying to put no race out there, but this is the reason, man. What do they say? Pressure, intense pressure, intense heat creates diamonds. The hood is training grounds for brilliance. You either sink or swim out there. That's why so many amazing, athletic, successful, brilliant minds come from nothing, because that's what they have to do. That's what we have to do. You sink or swim. I truly believe taking the corporate route is the hardest of the routes. People want to talk about being gangster, being thug, shit like that. This is the harder route. This, the way that I'm going, the way that a lot of men, the way that Kevin Samuels went, I truly believe that's the harder way to go. Because that shit ain't taught to you. You got to learn it. You fall. I'll see y'all next one.